put all of them in only one slide. So first, I would like to arrange the picture, and also one of the goals is to divide those slides properly. So I will divide this slide into 4 slides. The first one I will show the topic that I call it topic slide. Then I will divide other into 3 groups. That is, one talk about Ah Huibo, one talk about Chen Shui-bian, and one talk about Ma Ying-jeou. And the slide I made is, one is talk about the topic, 台湾人民直选总统. And then next I'm going to talk about Ah Huibo. That means there is one information, that is the time that they take the presidency. So I use a timeline to indicate those kind of concepts. This dashed line refers to the period of time that citizens cannot vote for the president. And I use blue to indicate that at that time he's the president of KMT department. So I use blue to indicate that fact. So this timeline also serves as a line dividing the title and the material I want to show. So there's many functions that this line is. And I put this picture here, and you can notice this picture is different from this one. And I'm going to tell you how to start from this picture to remove the background. It's really, really easy. That is, to press this picture, then press 格式. There's an 移除背景 here to remove the background. Click one. Then you will see all the purple region will be cut off. So if you just press yes, the picture will be like this. But that's, we are not satisfied with this one. So we have to change a little bit. For example, this frame indicates the way you want to remain, the region that you want to retain. So I would like all the Ah Huibo in this case. So I enlarge this frame. You see, those regions that is not purple is being large. And this one, you can see all the backgrounds are being purple. So now I click yes. So I get the Ah Huibo without the background, and I put it here. Right? And the reason why I use the black background is, if I put Ah Huibo in a white background, there will be so many defects here and there. So I would like to use background so you can see those defects. Right? So if I use black background, so I would like to use white words in this case. And also there I use 微软正的黑体. That is also a sans serif kind of font type to explain the concept about Ah Huibo. And the next slide is about Chen Shui-bian. So there's the additional green line here. That means I want to indicate the time period that Chen Shui-bian take the presidency. And also the materials. But in this case, it's really difficult to remove all the background and only remain the object in the middle of the picture. So this one I choose to make this picture with some kind of 柔边 in this picture. That is the trade-off, that because I can't effectively remove the background, so I choose another method to fix this picture. And the last part is about Ma Ying-jeou. So I also used a blue line to indicate the time that he took the presidency. And also I removed the background of that picture and put our president here with the material. So with these 4 slides, we divide the material in this picture into 4 slides, and each one with bigger words, with the proper font type, and also with the picture. Also, with this timeline to visualize the concept of the time. That is what I want you to practice in this section. Okay? Alright, let's come to the last part. That is about practical design. Because in our last practice, that is, I give an awful one. You have to fix that. But that's not the way when you are going to prepare your speech. Because when you are going to deliver your speech, that your slide must be designed from your script, not from the awful type that I give you. So in this section, we are gonna practice how to create the slide only based on your script. So before you prepare the speech, I won't suggest you to make the slide first. I will suggest you to write your script first. Because after you write the script, an effective script that you may contain very clear structure, and you will know how many things you are going to talk about. So if you write the script first, you can see your structure and the material clear. And I think that is the step you have to take before you really make the PowerPoint. For example, how I prepare for this SGD. I first write the script. That is, I want to talk about basic skills, and I want to talk about 4 things. Then the next part is about practical design, and also 4 steps. So I make it a very clear structure before I really make the slide. So how should I design my slides? I can base on this framework. That's the power of writing the script first. Then the next step is try to visualize your idea to convert the very abstract idea into those you can see on the slide. To think about what do you have to present, and also how to present. This process is the most time-consuming and really difficult step that you have to solve. You have to think, how should you visualize your idea? And in this process, you have to notice several things. Do I want to use pictures or I use icons? How should I manage my words? Or do I have to use any animation? All the skills I present in the first part, basic skills, you have to consider about these things. And also, one thing I didn't mention was about single slide arrangement. What does it mean? At your first sight on this slide, first you look at the picture, then you move your eyes to the topic sentence, and finally to the text. So you should notice that the way you arrange these different elements, picture, title, and text, will direct the audience's eye. So if you are going to design only one single slide, your arrangement will direct the eyes. That is the thing you want to consider. And also, when there is not only one slide, I will call it multi-slide arrangement. That means that will correspond to your structure of the script. For example, first I want to write the script. This is the topic slide, and then I use one slide to explain this idea. And next part is topic slide is visualize the idea, and then I use the following slides to explain this idea. So that's the way you arrange several slides. It is just like you are writing a script. They have very clear structure. So that is why we should practice how to divide the slide properly in our previous practice. Because if you divide them properly, you can make your audience focus on one thing at one time. That is the importance of this part. Then after this step, finally to make the slide. And it needs some skills in this process. That's what we do in our exercise session. And finally, don't forget to re-evaluate your slides to check every slide you make. Is it an effective slide? Is it informative? Is it eye-directed? Or is it eye-focusing? This 3I principle really helps you. So to conclude, first, write the script. Visualize the idea. Then make the slide. Usually this one takes the longest time for you. And finally, to re-evaluate your slide that you make. Follow this step is the way that we really use when we are going to deliver a speech. And only talk about a concept is not enough. We are going to play with a kind of project. I would like to call it KP project. Then please open the last file in your practice package. In this practice, we will start from a very special case. That is, that is the fifth policy that KP made in those series called KP 新政. And in this practice, we are going to practice to analyze the script first, then design the slides based on your script. Okay, need additional electricity. Okay. And in this project, you have to use all the tips I told you today, and please put the corresponding lines in the 备忘稿. That is here, 新增备忘稿 of your slide. Then put the steps here. Okay, let's go for it. The first step is to write the script, but I have already put the script in this slide. 科批行政 number 15, 解救血汗计程车 and 科批 blah 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 here. This is your script, and you have to design a series of slides corresponding to this script. And start from next page. This page is a blank page. Then you have to construct your slide based on these two scripts. Okay? Is it all clear? You can use all the materials, all the elements that I've told you, and those you can see on the website. Okay, let's go for it.